First question I want to ask you is to address the use of repentance in presenting the gospel. What does the unbeliever understand by that word?
Nowadays, not much. But it depends a bit on who the unbeliever is. If you are preaching the gospel in sort of churchified settings, south of the Mason-Dixon line, then people have at least some notion of what repentance is. It shows up. But if you use that word in secularized New England or the Pacific Northwest, it's just not a word in everyday use. I mean, it's a religious word that has some sort of meaning, but you're going to have to explain what it means. What you have to see is that very often it's not the use of a particular word that is crucial, but by whatever words you choose, getting across certain non-negotiables that are bound up with what is involved in conversion. And one of the things that's involved in conversion is turning away from the direction in which I have been going and turning to Christ. And that will have many, many different shapes. If you are a Buddhist in Thailand, it will have a certain kind of shape. It'll include turning away from a conceptuality of what the spiritual world consists in. It might not even involve belief in a personal God. And turning to an entirely different worldview in which trusting Christ is part of the Bible storyline. It means turning away not only from a lifestyle, but from a frame of reference, a looking at something that is just plain wrong to something that puts Christ and his work right at the center of everything. So it's not so much the word that is critical as the reality of it. In some contexts in the New Testament, belief certainly includes repentance. If it's genuine belief, it's not just belief that. It's belief that somehow is so bound up with all that Christ is that it necessarily means turning away from all that he isn't, which is where you have been in the past.